Okay, it is literally 7 o'clock. I've just arrived in Madrid. It's literally still like 37 degrees and the pool doesn't close until 9. So I had the travel day from hell. It was literally traumatizing and I'm just kind of not in the mood. So I'm just going to head up to the pool, decompress, read my book for like an hour while it's still warm. And then I'm going to come back and get ready and all. And then we can discuss my travel day while I'm getting ready to go out for dinner or something like that. I'm here by myself, by the way. This is my first solo trip, which is kind of annoying because it's gone horrendous so far. But anyway, I'm going to sit by the pool and hopefully things will be a little bit better. Slay. Oh, okay, I'm just back from the pool now. Okay, excuse the lighting. I'm just back from the pool now. And then I obviously went grocery shopping. So, oh no, I left the fridge open. Oh, that's so annoying. So I'm gonna do a haul. All this was like €6, I think. I got a baguette. I've already, you know, taken the first bit. I'm sorry, single-use plastics, but when you're in a hotel, you kind of have no choice, so I apologise. The essentials, one to have on the go, one to keep in the fridge here. Are you on a sun holiday if you're not having crisps every evening? Chili and lime. Can't wait. I forgot what, you see, I don't speak any Spanish. I speak a bit of French and a little bit of Italian. So I like didn't know what milk was, and I'm famously vegan. So I just went over to the milk aisle and the butter aisle and the egg aisle, and I like learned what they all were. So then I could like read that in ingredients. But anyway, where are we at? Oh, these little iced coffee things. I do get breakfast here in the hotel, but I thought, fuck it, it'd just be handy to have in the room. See, I have a mini fridge here, so I'm kind of slaying. Then I got 2 of these. They're little beer thingies. Couldn't tell you if they're nice or not. Could not tell you. They're like agave. I'm kind of thinking maybe like lime. They could be, I don't know, they could be like Coronas. They were like 29 cents each. Crazy. And then I just saw these and I was like, yes, slay, some vanilla soy yogurts. So that's my haul. Water, iced coffee, a baguette, beers, crisps, and the bag for €6, €6.20 or something like that. So slay, that'll just do my snacks for tomorrow. I'll go back maybe tomorrow or something. I'll see. I have a busy day tomorrow. Get ready. It's currently Saturday, so it's 9 o'clock. Oh, we're gonna move you over here while I load up my fridge here. So I apologize if I keep going in and out of frame. It's like 9 p.m. here. Oh, okay, sorry, we've moved over because I'm loading my fridge. It's 9 p.m. here, and I'm only kind of like just back ready to start my evening. So thank God restaurants only open. The restaurant I was looking at going to only opens at 8:30. We love this European eating late thing. So my plan is to just have a shower, do a little bit of makeup. It's still like 35 degrees, but it doesn't feel that hot. Sorry if this rustling is really annoying. So I'm just gonna, what am I gonna do? Get ready and head out. I'm gonna get some vegan pasta. Yeah, I'm gonna go now and I'm gonna load up this fridge and we can chat whenever I'm doing my makeup and I will explain my journey from hell here. Okay, queens, the only kind of camera angle was to the side, so I apologise because I'm gonna need to be looking in this mirror. This is a taste test of, oh my god, if I can open it, this weird beer. It was 29 cents. I also have a bit of concealer on, by the way. I mean, you get what you pay for. The crisps are gorgeous though. Okay. I'm planning on being like out the door at 10. It's currently 9:30, so that's fine. I'm just gonna do like a really quick makeup because if I'm being honest, I'm gonna sweat it off anyway. So the day begins. Since this is my first solo trip, I wanted to get to the airport like nice and early because obviously there's no point stressing, you know. I'm gonna have enough stuff to stress about this holiday. I don't need a missed flight, you know. So anyway, get to the airport nice and early. All's fine. I'm playing. And then, literally first thing, whenever I show up in the door at the airport, my flight is delayed. I didn't get notified by it because like I would have stayed home. But anyway, it's delayed only an hour, so it's like not the end of the world. I go to my gate, I'm just chilling, reading my book. Gets delayed again. So it's now 3 hours late and I'm like fucking splendid. My plan was to chill by the pool, whatever. I was like, I'm just gonna like, as I said before, there's literally no point stressing. I'm naturally a stressy person, so I like need to like gaslight myself into not stressing. So anyway, where was I? Oh yeah, okay, flight's delayed. I get on the plane, holy fucking shit. When I tell you it was turbulence the whole 2.5 hours. There was one point where I was genuinely scared. I am fortunate enough to have travelled a lot these past few years. I've been on a lot of planes. Let me tell you one thing. That was the first time I was genuinely scared on a flight. Not a pleasant experience. Thought the plane was literally gonna fall from the sky. We were in a really old plane that was making a strange noise. So, I mean, we didn't start off right. Anyway, we land and what was I gonna say? I think I'm fine. I was like, right, I have on maps. I get up on maps to the hotel. It's telling me it's 4 hours away. I was like, bitch, I know it's not. I booked this hotel knowing it was 40 minutes. It's telling me 4 hours. I was like, okay, right, I'll just put in the hotel address. Again, it's telling me 4 hours. I then like turn off my data, connect to the airplane Wi-Fi. I notoriously do not like airplane Wi-Fi because like anyone can just log on and steal all my shit. But I was like, something is not right here. I really have to log on, especially since my phone data plan includes the EU, so like I can use my data. Anyway, log on finally. It's fine. It's telling me like it's like an hour away. And I was like, oh, that's annoying. Anyway, it's fine. Couldn't find a way out of the airport. This is Madrid airport, by the way. Couldn't find a way out. People were like literally living in the airport, which was actually kind of sad, not gonna lie, but like I just felt very, this was my first time solo traveling. I just felt very like unsafe, unsure what to do. I also like famously don't speak a word of Spanish. So I was like, Queen, like you're not helping yourself. But anyway, some lovely lady tells me that I have to get a shuttle bus out of the airport because I was aimlessly walking around trying to find the exit when it literally didn't exist. The exit is in a different building. Anyway, I'm not judging. Make to the exit. The only train that the trains go to the train station. I just have to get one train, thinking all is going to be fine and dandy. Oh my god, stop talking about blush blindness. I swear it doesn't look that bad in person. Anyway, the train thingy is not showing the times of and like where trains are going. So I was like, again, my lack of Spanish is just really kind of coming to haunt me. But there's this, I asked this lovely lad, and he not only tells me that I'm going the right way because that's the way that he's going and he thinks it's fine, but whenever we get on the train, he comes over to me and he's like, there's 2 stop names with the word you're going to. He was like, don't go to this one, you're going to this one, you're on the right way. And he came over and he told me when I had to get off and all, even though like I had it up on maps at that point. He was just a little sweetheart. So that was like, and whenever I booked this hotel, it said it was like by a train station. And I was like, I don't mind, like that's perfect, safe for me kind of coming home at night. Me thinking it would be like by a metro. No, it's by like a full-on Connolly station, train to the airport, big fuck off train station. I was like, okay, perfect. Kind of not the safest if I'm being honest, but I'm just gonna have my wits about me and we're gonna slay it. But anyway, so the plane, when I get on that little train to get to my hotel eventually, that train is also delayed, and I'm like, I'm just had it with flights and everything, transport being delayed. So I got to the hotel at 7 and I was literally meant to get here for like 2:30, and I was like, that's literally like a whole day gone now. Thankfully I didn't plan to do anything today. Today was literally just like sitting by the pool. I had no museums booked or anything, so it's not the end of the world. It's just frustrating. I was like, it's just, especially it's my first time by myself as well. Oh my god, I'm literally glistening. Bathrooms are so fucking sweaty. And I brought the wrong eyeshadow, but anyway. I'm just gonna have my drinkies, I'm gonna have my crisps. My friend is also away by herself as well. Well, she's kind of away with family, but she went over by herself. So I think I'm gonna give her a FaceTime, and then I'm gonna go out and get some vegan pasta. But as I said, it's literally like, I'm leaving at like 10 and I'm a good like 20 minutes away from this place. Like I'm gonna be having dinner at 10:30. Slay. I don't mind though. Like I normally eat late, and I know I'm in mainland Europe and they eat really late over here, so, and it worked out well because I obviously didn't get here until 7, so my day is like proper all over the place. And then I'm thinking I might go for little drinkies somewhere. I have no idea where. I'll just look up like best spot for a beer in Madrid. I have this like cocktail place, but the thing is it's a Saturday right now and I don't know how arsed I am dealing with a lot of people, especially since I'm by myself. Like obviously the catch-22, oh my god, I thought that was my beer. It's not, it's my face wash. Obviously the catch-22 is I'm by myself, you know, it's a good excuse to meet people. But also, I've been telling everyone I'm on a romantic holiday with my Kindle. So I need me and Kindle time. I've nearly finished my first book and I haven't even been here a day. By the way, I'm reading Amazingly Beautiful Bright Creatures, Amazing Bright Creatures, something Bright Creatures. It's a book about the octopus in captivity. My aunt recommended it to me and I was like, I don't know how I feel about that. And then it was on sale on my Kindle and I was like, oh, I might as well. Seems like a nice easy read. And you know what, it has been. I recommend. It's a really good book. Anyway, I think I'm messing up my makeup because I'm chatting too much and I need to concentrate. Because again, as I said, it's literally a Saturday and Madrid is going to be hopping. So I need to look good. I could meet my future husband. I'll do a fit check. I think I'm going to wear my kid's super top and jorts today, but like I wore the jorts on the plane. See, I only brought linen trousers, white linen trousers and jorts. So I kind of don't have many options. But anyway, right, I'm gonna get ready, finish getting ready and head. Okay, I'm just back now. It's actually like impossible to find lighting that isn't like incredibly offensive. But I might sit back down. Yeah. Okay. So I apologise for not getting much footage at dinner. Basically, I was finishing my book. Okay, so I showed up to the restaurant. It said on Google Maps they closed at like 11:30. I get there at like 11:15. And they were like, oh, we're closing like now. And they were like, if you order something like right now, we can make food for you. And I was like, oh, just make me your favourite thing. This was a vegan restaurant. So I was like, okay, just make me whatever you like. And he was like, oh, okay, perfect. I got this like gnocchi thing, it was gorgeous. But I like wolfed it down in like 0.2 seconds because I was so hungry. I hadn't eaten since breakfast this morning, except for like snacky things at like 6 in the morning. And then I was like embarrassed by that, and they came over and they're like, "Oh, I hope we didn't rush you and all." And I was like, "Queen, no, I was literally just starving." But the thing is, I was finishing reading my book and I was on the last like 20 pages and they're really emotional. So I'm like nearly in tears in the middle of this restaurant. And I think the poor waitress thought I was either in tears because I'd like had a shit day or whatever, and or the fact that I thought I was coming in late, I don't know. And then they were really nice to me, but anyway, it was quite embarrassing. I was like nearly crying in this restaurant and they just want to go home. And then I got to pay and it was like 15.90 or something, and I was like, "Oh, I just rounded up to 20. I was like, "I'm sorry, so sorry for coming in this late and all." And they were like, "No." They were like, "You're fine, you did nothing wrong, you didn't know." And they were like, you know, they're like, "You just sat in the corner and read your book." They were like, "You're fine." So they actually just wouldn't let me tip them, which I thought was really funny. But yeah, it's currently 20 to 1. So I should probably go to bed. I wanted to go to a bar like after and have like a little drinkies, but I literally could not find a bar that wasn't just full of 18-year-olds or like a wine and tapas place. Like I just wanted like a pint of beer. Little did I know to think to look up fucking Irish bars. But anyway, my wild Saturday night was not very wild. I was out for all of 2 hours and I wasted this glam, and she's a mess, but my glam actually turned out really well. I did have my hair down, but it's fine. I can just do it again tomorrow. But anyway, right, I have to get ready for bed. I still haven't finished my book. I still have maybe like 10 pages left. So I think I'm going to get into bed and read those last like 10 or so pages with my crisps. And then I'm going to get up nice and early tomorrow and go to the gym, and I cancelled my gym membership at home in like January, maybe February, and I've been going to the gym since I was like 15. So that was like 8 years, no, 7 years, 7.5 years going to the gym. And I haven't been in like 6 months, which is so crazy. Because I've just been like focusing on running and finishing college and whatnot. I'm going on an absolute tangent. I know the hotel has a gym and it opens at 7, so I want to get up nice and early, get a good workout in before breakfast and slay. Right, I need to go. Bye bye, queens. Bye bye. I'll chat to you tomorrow. I love you. Sleep well. It is so hot, but I'm just back from El Rastro. I don't know. It was that market that I was at. Oh my god, it was amazing. It was amazing. If I'm being honest, I don't think I went to all the spots. Sorry, I got some hummus and all. I'm just putting it in the fridge. There was definitely more kind of stalls that I missed, but the ones I went to, oh my god, they were life-changing. So I was literally like just walking home, and then I saw this cathedral and I was like, oh, I'll have a little nose. And I love the way that you can tell it's a tourist spot when you see all those people like selling like fake bags and all. I was like, perfect. This is my calling. I'm gonna go for a little wander. And that I'm doing. It's literally 11:30, but fuck it. Apologies for not checking in last night, Queens. I was so tired after I came back. I ended up, you can kind of see there, I ended up just kind of like going for a walk around Madrid. I was on a walk for like an hour and a half. It was splendid. It was gorge. And then I just came home and flaked out, and I was so tired that yet again, that I have actually slept in. And today was a big day because today I'm going to the Prado, and I wanted to get there as it opened at 10. It's 10, it's like 9:45 now. I'm still in my hotel. I still have to have breakfast. I'm kind of thinking I might just get a taxi out there, because it's just so much quicker. I'll see how I'm feeling after breakfast. But yeah, what was I gonna say? Oh my god, I can't remember. It's hot today, holy shit. Or maybe I'm just a little bit frantic. Yeah, after, you know when you spend all day in the sun and you're just like so drained, especially as an Irish person because we're not used to sun. But anyway, that was me yesterday, so I kind of had a feeling. But my dinner yesterday was gorgeous. Anyway, my camera's flashing, my battery's flashing. I must go and have breakfast, and I will chat to yous at the Prado. Can't wait, can't wait. I haven't booked a ticket because you can't book student tickets online. So hopefully they even fucking let me in, because this is my last full day here. Anyway, slay. Hey Queens, editing Anya's jumping back in here. Excuse the way I look. This is the reality of the sitch. But anyway, I thought I'd explain what kind of happened in the last few clips because they're a little haphazard. So basically I was saying I was going to the Prado. I was really excited. Slay, slay, slay. Got to the Prado. You're not allowed to take any photos at all in there. I wanted a cheeky photo of Las Meninas. The main reason I went there. Like all the girly pops, the art girly pops. Nope, couldn't get anything. I walked in, tried to take the photo of the first painting. Security came running over to me and they're like, no, 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 no. I thought it was just that painting. Went on to a next painting. They were like, no, no, no. I was like, okay. Okay. I see how it is, Queens. So that's why there's absolutely no footage in the Prado, because I was not getting my camera taken from me or being kicked out. Because, I mean, I had art I needed to see. I needed to see my Velasquez, my Rembrandt, my Rubens. Titian, the girls that get it. Anyway, so that's why there's no footage there. And then we jump forward to here where I'm saying that I'm going to go to the Reina Sofia. That never happened. Do you know why that never happened? I was so fucking smart. That's how. I was looking up, what am I going to do the night before this? And I was lying in bed in my hotel and I was like, what other art galleries is there? Then I saw the Reina Sofia and I was like, oh my god, slay, cute, I'll go there. Student tickets available there. Perf. I book in, like, you know those like places where you can keep your baggage. When I was going, and there was, okay, so you know those places where you can keep your baggage when you like go to a museum or something like that. So I booked in for one of them in like a weird restaurant just opposite the Reina Sofia, and I was like, fucking splendid. Brought my suitcase there. Walked into the restaurant and there was a woman behind the till. This was like a weird kind of Subway vibe kind of thing. And there was a woman behind the till. And let me tell you one thing. She was taking her sweet time. Some lore to know about me is that I was a manager at McDonald's for 2.5 years. Yeah. I know a thing or two about fast food. About making food fast, if you so will. And let me tell you one thing. This queen was not. She was the antithesis of fast food, if you so will. She was probably the slowest person known to man. And in my experience of, you know, working there, Oh, my blood was boiling. Let me tell you one thing. I was about to get behind the counter and be like, Queen, let me fucking make that sandwich for you. Do I know what goes in it? No. Will I be quicker? Yes. Just take my baggage. I want to go into the museum. Anyway, about what? 10 minutes later or something? No, I'm exaggerating. A few minutes later go by. My blood is, she's sizzling. She's sizzling. I've had enough of this woman. And then she finally takes my bag and I'm like, okay, that's me done. Go Google Maps, Reina Sofia. Closed. Closed? I was like, didn't say that last night, because last night, the night before, when I was looking it up, obviously it was like midnight. It was like, yeah, it was around midnight or something. Obviously the museum was closed. It's like midnight. I didn't know that it closed on the Tuesday or whatever day I was flying home. So I was fucking pissed off. I'd gone to this baggage place specifically to go to the Reina Sofia, and the Reina Sofia was fucking closed. Okay, queens, this is editing Anya. I had to jump back in here again because I got a little bit too passionate and I wasn't really explaining myself here, and I'm confused editing it, and I know what I was talking about, so I can't imagine what you're feeling. So basically, you know, whenever you look up a place on Google Maps or on Google in general, and it tells you their opening hours, but in the bottom it hasn't like the green or red open now or close now based on the time you're actually Googling it at that actual time. So obviously when I was lying in bed at like midnight or something looking up the museum, it had closed now on it. I didn't cop then to look into the rest of their opening hours because I was like, obviously the museum's closed, it's midnight. And then it was only if I had pressed the button and seen the full opening hours I would have realised it was closed. So that is what happened. Yet again, I still don't really know if I'm explaining that properly, but at this point you either get it or you don't. Sorry, queens. It was my own fault. Anyway, so I go and I look up art galleries near me, and then I find this other one that has loads of like impressionists, expressionists, all the isms. I'm not an ism girly. Let's just say that. I'm a Renaissance and a contemporary. Don't really like anything that's in between personally. But I was like, okay, fine, I'll just go. I mean, art museum's an art museum. It was like a 25-minute walk in the heat. I was not in the mood to walk. I was kind of pissed off at my own stupidity. But I go there and I'm enjoying it. I was like, I'm really kind of respecting the isms that were there. You know, there was Renoir, there was Degas, Monet. I was like, this is a great museum. They've got a great collection. Anyway, I was like, oh, time for me to go home. I'd go to leave the museum and realise that was only the first floor. There was 2 other floors of contemporary art there. And as I said, my favourite was contemporary art. Oh my god, my own stupidity had got me into so many fucking situations. Anyway, so I was like, okay, I'm going to run around and I'm going to try and see as much contemporary art as possible. And that's what you're seeing here. You know, they had Bacon, they had Mondrian, they had like loads of different contemporary arts, and I was like, what the fuck, why did I waste my time with all the isms when I could have been looking at the contemporary art? Anyway, and then I checked my watch and I'm like, oh shit, time to go. Couldn't find an exit, and then I went to staff and I was like, oh, like, how do I get out, or however it is in Spanish, like exit in Spanish, and they were like, back around. I had to go back through the whole floor again. I am sprinting through this art gallery. It is probably one of the most embarrassing moments of my life. Sprinting through this art gallery, trying to find a way out, and sprinting past all these great works that I never got to see. My pet peeve in a gallery is people who are just like, look at it and then move on. Look at it, take a photo and move on. They don't actually stop and look at the art. But I was that person. Anyway, it was a bit of a low point. Get out of the museum. I'm like sprinting through Madrid to go back to this fuck-ass sandwich place to get my suitcase to go to the airport. Go back there. The bitch is still making sandwiches. Oh my god. I was like, Queen, just give me my suitcase. And she was like, give me 2 minutes to make this sandwich. I was like, no, Queen, I'm sorry. I gotta get a flight. I don't have 10 minutes to wait for you to make your sandwich. She gets a bit pissed off, but I was like, sorry, Queen. You're just a bit too slow for my liking. Anyway, she goes and gets my bag. I am sprinting along the side of what looks like the fucking M50 in Madrid to try and find my bus to the airport. Sweating, bullets as you would, because it's like what, like 37 degrees or something, and I'm carrying a suitcase and a backpack. Get my bus, all is good in the hood. Get to the airport. It's a bit frantic. Madrid airport, spoiler alert, is massive. It was like a 10-minute drive between terminals. It's that spread out. And these drives were like on a motorway. And I was in like the furthest terminal, of course. I mean, I was budget airlining it. But anyway, I get to the airport. My flight's not delayed this time. She's on time. And then I could sit back, relax, get on the flight home. So that's why there's actually like no footage, because all I did was run around Madrid. I said I was going to the Reina Sofia. I didn't. I went to this other art museum. Oh, I forgot a key moment in the lore. As I was doing this 25-minute walk to the art museum that I really didn't want to go to, I looked over to my right and I saw like this big dinosaur, and I was like, oh, I'm not in the mood to walk. Maybe it's a natural history museum there. And I was like, because I only had like an hour and a half to kill after my little mess up, and I was like, I could go in and I could just look at the rocks and the dinosaurs or whatever. I don't like looking at the animals, you know, the vegan thing. It just kind of makes me a little bit uncomfortable, but like I'd pay to go in for them to fund their research on the rocks. Now I know it's not proper veganism, but Queen, sure, look, I was tired, I was hot. So then I go to where that big dinosaur is, walk into the building. It's a bank. It's a bank. They had this weird exhibition on to talk about how the bank funds this museum. So they just had a giant dinosaur outside. It was a fucking bank. Oh my God. It was the most stressful day of my life, and I apologise for not vlogging it, but Queen, if I'd opened that camera, I would have had a panic attack in the middle of Spain, and let's be honest, didn't need that. I did not need that. So yeah. Anyway, and then I went to that other museum. You know, you got all the lore. Made it on my flight. Oh, and then when I got to the airport, I hadn't eaten. I was very stressed, and I was like, okay, I'm just going to get a Burger King, because I know that's definitely vegan. I was kind of, you know, language barrier, recurring theme. Get my Burger King, go to my gate, and I'm like sitting down, like getting something out of my bag, and this woman starts shouting at me because I have Burger King, and the smell of it is like getting on her bag or something. She's sitting beside me. I was like, one, Queen, I don't know what you're saying, but also move your bag. My Burger King is not going to contaminate your bag. They were not like on the same, like I didn't put my Burger King on top of her bag. And she was like, this isn't real food. This isn't real food. This is going to contaminate everything. I'm like, bitch, you're eating salami. I could have a whole conversation to you about how you're eating a dead animal carcass, but I'm not. I'm eating my little vegan Burger King. You're eating salami. I think your food's weird. You think my food's weird. We're different people. Stop shouting at me. Anyway, so then eventually her friend comes over and they go to their gate or whatever. I was like, bitch, not today. Not today. And then all of a sudden there's some kerfuffle on the gate beside me. The gate was meant to be still open, but they closed it or something. They'd finished boarding and they closed the gate, and it was meant to be open. I don't really know why, but someone had missed their flight and they were giving out saying that this isn't the time and that they closed the gate early or something. I don't know. Anyway, what could have been a simple conversation, the people start getting agitated. They start shouting at these airline crew, and they're shouting and shouting and shouting, and I was like, what is going on? First I had the salami woman shouting at me, and then now I have this entertainment after the most stressful day known to man. And then they walk away. Another group of people for the other flight come over, and these people are ready for war. They are shouting, they are going hell for leather at this poor woman sitting behind the desk. And then all of a sudden he charges down the door onto the plane. He breaks down the door, and him and his girlfriend go like flying, sprinting down onto the plane. The man is just standing there wailing, and I was like, what in God's name is going on? There's about like security are being called left, right and centre. Other people are charging onto the plane. The door is literally broken. I was like, there is no way they're getting on that aircraft. There is no way they are getting on that aircraft. And then more and more people are getting in, and then they try and close the gates, and then there's people trying to get back off the plane because obviously there's security on the plane are being like, no, you're not getting on. So they're trying to run off, and then the doors are getting locked, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Me and this other girl are just having the time of our life. Like, give me all the goss, give me all the goss. And then that plane ends up sitting on the tarmac for God knows how long. I think my flight was meant to take off like 45 minutes after. By the time my flight took off, their plane was still on the tarmac. And then when we were boarding our flight, we saw them walk the people off the plane in handcuffs. I was like, Queen, why did you just put yourself on a no-fly list? Like, I've missed a flight before. You can accept your fate and miss your flight, reschedule it, learn from your mistakes. Don't break the door down and charge onto a plane. Like, Queen, you're just on the no-fly list for the rest of your life. And for what? Anyway, finally got on the plane, made it home, and flaked out. And then what, 36 hours later, I was going to EP. Get ready for that vlog, Queens. Get ready, she's coming. But yeah, so this is why there's no footage. It was the most stressful day of my life, but it was really entertaining. I learned a lot. 1, make sure to see when museums are open. 2, never put your baggage in one of those baggage holds that is in a restaurant. Do somewhere else, not in a restaurant. And 3, don't miss your flight. And if you do miss your flight, don't break down the door. Don't break down the door. We had like immigration, there was police, there was people with machine guns because the Spanish police force is armed, which did kind of freak me out. And they were all like charging onto the plane. And I'm just sitting there eating my Burger King that I got in trouble for eating. Slay. Anyway, see you, Queens. Apologies for the lack of footage, but you get it now, I hope. Excuse me for filming on my phone. My camera's at the bottom of my bag and I'm actually just not taking it out. But anyway, this is the fit check. And then I'm about to check out and I'm heading home. Crazy. Well, I'm going to go to a museum first. I'm going to go to the Reina Sofia. The one that's got the Picassos in it, I think. I'm not really that big into Picasso. But I had some time to spare before my flight, so I was like, oh fuck it, I might as well go for a little wander. There's nothing else I really wanted to do. So yeah, slay. I'll probably get a video in the Reina Sofia. Literally like walking out of this museum only to find out that there was 2 more floors that I didn't see.